Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is get my basic shape. I'm going to start by drawing a big curved line.
What is this going to be?
I'm drawing his head and everything. So I'm going to draw a shape like that, and then I'm going to draw a big curved line underneath that. A big curved line underneath that. I'm going to draw an ear shape right here. Okay, I'm not drawing really dark, so I'll make that a little darker so you guys can see a bit better. Is that helpful?
How do you draw the ear?
Just like a little bump right here. And then I'm going to draw another little bump on the outside over here for this ear. So, I think I'm going to adjust that a little bit. So there's my basic shape that I want to work with, okay? Now I'm going to draw just kind of a guideline of where his chin is. Okay, so right here is where his chin is. I'm going to draw a leg curving up and around just to show me kind of an idea of those chubby cheeks. Kind of like that. I'm not going to make that real dark because there's going to be some changes to that. Right here, I'm going to draw a shape for an eye. So a shape like that. I'm going to leave a sparkle here. But then the rest I'm going to shade in. Yep. And then right underneath, I'm going to shade that area a little bit lighter gray. So there's one eye. I'm going to make another eye on this side. So I'm going to make this a little more dramatic curve here. And then another curve. I'm going to draw a little sparkle there. I'm going to shade the rest in. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, then I'm going to find the middle of this curved section that's his nose. I'm going to draw a line just like this to show me kind of where that split in his lip is. And then right here I'm going to draw a little curved line. Right here I'm going to draw a little curved line. We're going to start adding our shading in detail. First thing I want to do is add just a little bit of a shadow. I'm not going to make it real dark, but just some light shading right around this part of his nose. I'm going to darken in this line here. I'm going to add a little more shading right in this section. I'm going to add just a little bit of shading underneath his chin. And turn it actually, and I'm going to add some shading kind of in the direction that his fur is growing. And I'm actually going to adjust this curve and make it just a little shorter. So that means I'm going to move that split up here. It's okay to make changes as you go. Okay, so that's going to be an area area that I will have just a dark shadow. It's going to extend on down. Now, around his nose, I'm going to draw some lighter shading. Make those little light lines. And then on this part of his nose, the fur is going to go kind of out a bit. So wherever you have fur growing, just kind of. Yep. It kind of rotates around his nose.
It was a little too bobbling.
Okay. And then this edge, this line right here, it's just a guideline. I'm going to make it with fur. Okay, so right behind that area where I made it kind of a curved line, I'm going to make darker fur. And when I get to this edge, I don't want to leave a hard edge. I want to leave a fuzzy edge because this is a little furry guinea pig.
Mine looks nothing like one.
I bet yours is going to be really cute. I'm just really looking forward to seeing it. Okay, and I'm going to draw his feet kind of more in shadow. I'm going to go ahead and work on this part of his nose now.
Yours is all froze. Look at mine. I like those with fur.
Okay, so let him be kind of fuzzy on the edge there. Add your darker value fur growing underneath his chin there. I don't know. There might be bald guinea pigs out there. Do you guys know?
Maybe I have a bald guinea pig.
I don't know how they are when they're born. Does anybody know?
Yes, ma'am.
How are they when they're born? They're bald? Alright, so right in here, I'm going to have some dark shadow. Because he's so cute. I just had to draw him. I saw him and I was like, oh, guinea pig. And we don't like you love our drawings. Okay, we're going to draw in some darker shadows inside of his ears here. Alright, so let's go ahead and give him his hair on top here. And if your guinea pig that you're drawing, if you want him to have spots or something like that, you can add that. Mine's just mostly one color. He's got some lighter colored fur on the top of his head. I'm going to erase this line because it was just a guideline. And I'm going to go ahead and add my guinea pig's hair.
I'm just gonna erase the fur.
I'm going to add in a shadow right in here. And then I'm going to shade in this ear here because he's got darker shadows inside of his ear. Okay, and once you get your guinea pig sketched in, I'm pretty happy with the way my guinea pig looks. I think I'm going to add just a little bit of a darker shadow right there and right here.
When are you gonna go, friends?
And I'm going to shade in his foot a little bit. Then I'm going to finish creating my details around him. So actually, I'm going to draw my guinea pig in his cage. I'm going to draw like some of the bedding that's in there. And so I'm going to do big marks in the front to indicate the bedding that's there.
What is that?
This is like those wood chips and stuff that you put in. And then as it gets further back, I'm going to do like smaller textures. So it looks like it's going further back. And cool. So I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just you can find it in the bottom when you're done.
Dang, you're kind of old in English.